Hi everyone, I'm Madison. Thank you for clicking on my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 7 books that I read in June. So, getting started, the first book that I read was Swift and Settled by Lila Sage. I gave this book a 3.75 stars. It wasn't my favorite book. Done and Dusted's still my favorite. I think it's just because I didn't enjoy the tropes that were in it. I didn't like that it started off with them, like, very insta-love kissing and then building their relationship. That just really wasn't my thing. I didn't spoil it, it's in the back, but it just wasn't my favorite. So 3.75 stars. It's still a good book though. I am very excited for the next one. But that kind of put me in a cowboy romance mood. So I picked up Flawless by Elsie Silver. And I was very hesitant to read this book originally because my friend Kenzie read it earlier this year and hated this book. So I was scared to pick it up, but I'm glad I did because I love the Chestnut Spring series so much. It's so cute. I love the found family aspect. This is not my favorite book in the series so far, but it's still really good. Definitely these two are foundational for Chestnut Springs, so it was good to read them first. And I love them. It was still very interesting. It wasn't a bad book. And there was no, like, low point in the book, really. Maybe, like, a little low point in the middle, but it picked right back up, honestly. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. But because I enjoyed that book so much, of course I had to pick up Heartless. And Heartless was immediately a 5-star read for me. I love this book so much. I did not know that I like single dad trope. News to me. So good. The female main character, Willa, hilarious. Like, I love her. I want to be friends with her so bad. Love this book so much. And like the little boy in this book, he was like an actual character in it, and he was so well written because he still like screamed a child, but he wasn't annoying at all in the book, and I could read about Kate and Willa forever. I love this book so much. It's my favorite so far. To break it up a little bit, I picked up Powerful by Lauren Roberts because Reckless comes out in 2 days. I'm so excited. I had to pick this up. I gave it 4 stars. I loved Adina and Mac. I wish that this was an actual book though, instead of just a novella, because the insta-love was kind of, ugh, I don't like insta-love. Nobody really does. But it was a novella. You had to like do that, so it was an exception to the rule in my mind. So it was 4 stars. That is the reason it's 4 stars though, instead of 5, because I wanted it to be a full book. It would have been so good. I love the way Lauren Roberts writes, and I love the characters she creates in this world so far. And I'm very interested to see if Mac is going to be a pivotal character in Reckless. Very interesting. So after that, I decided to pick up Powerless again. I read this earlier this year, but I decided to do a reread because I was kind of iffy about some of the stuff that I remembered, and I'm glad I did the reread because I definitely forgot some things. And I also annotated it because I really wanted to do the reread for the annotation, but also I needed to remember some things. And I'm happy about it. It's still a 5-star for me. I love this book so much. The audiobook is so good. Please listen to it. I love it. Then after that, I decided to hop back into my cowboy romance, and I picked up Powerless by Elsie Silver. I rated this book a 4.25 stars. It was not my favorite book. I know that some people really love this book. I was anticipating Jasper and Sloane's book because he's just such a like broody character. He's very mysterious. So I was excited for his book, but I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. I just felt like there was more so a lot going on between the two characters that they needed to like work out. So I don't know. It wasn't my favorite book. I was sad about it not being my favorite because the main female character is a dancer. She's a ballerina. And I was a dancer for 16 years. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll like relate to the main character or something. No. Not at all. It just no. She's just very like girly and from like a high rich status, and like it wasn't my favorite book, and I don't think it's nothing to do with writing. The writing was really good. It was just, I don't think I'm a friends to lovers person, but saying that, I still like this more than Flawless, so. And then the last book that I read this month was The Heartless Hunter by Kristen Cicerelli. I give this book 3.75 stars. I did not like it as much as I feel like a lot of people have, and I was kind of disappointed. I love a book, like a fantasy book about witches. I don't know why, the magic in it just really interests me. So I was pumped to read this, and I'm just like slightly disappointed that it didn't live up to the expectations that I was hoping for it. It just felt very slow until like the 65% mark, and that's when I got hooked. That took too long, in my opinion. And then there was like a mystery, like whodunit plot in like the background, and that was way more interesting to me than the romance in this book. Needless to say, I'm still gonna, read the rest of the books when they come out, but I was sad to know that this was not my favorite. I'm hoping that maybe the second book will be more interesting because, most of the time the first book in a series, in a fantasy series, is more build-up, and everybody loves the second book the most out of the series, so hopefully that's how that happens for me, but unfortunately it was 3.75 stars. Those are all the books that I read in June. No, it was a quick little video, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.